What if I told you you could still shoot 80, even if you shoot a 40, 41, 42, or 43 on the front 9? Come and join us and we'll show you what that looks like.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Day 2 of the tournament. This is Case, and thanks for joining us. Hopefully you learned some things on the golf course. Where are we at today?
We're tied for 5th. Goal is 3rd. We shot a 78 yesterday. Goal today is 76.
We'll get at it.
Welcome back, and we are excited that you're here. I'm just an average golfer trying to share with you what it looks like to become better. Welcome to day 2 of the tournament, and as you can see, I did start out at least in the top 10, and there were about 60 total players. So we are on a roll, and we need to find our rhythm in this round. Testing out the short game right here off the bat.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Learning to get in touch. Where are you at with the second day? Not an easy task. Cleaning your clubs is a highly recommended routine. And just slipped out on the edge there. Mentally, that's tough to start out on a bogey. We all know that it's always best to start out with a par, or better, as usual. But nothing like hosling a 7-iron. Feels great on the hands.
Beauty.
You're excited to shoot whatever it is that you're going to shoot. You are now starting to define the balance of today's rhythm and tempo and vibe. What frequency do you need to tune into on this round that you want to play? You can still break 80. You can even shoot 80. You can get close to 80 even if you have a blow up front 9. The biggest thing in this video, what you need to notice and take away from, is what does it mean to find your truth, to find your foundation. I just 3-putted.
Double.
It hurts after having a horrible shot. Very difficult, right? Now the emotions start to heighten up. You need to figure out where you are. You start making quick shots. You start making weird body mechanics. Long putt downhill. That has the speed. It's a good finish. What in your game, if you're struggling, can you try to hold on to early? This is where the routine, this is where the practice, this is where the putting yourself in the right spot mentally really lowers your score.
Thank you.
I want to teach people that even though you may not have all the proper mechanics, even though you may not have all the time in the world, you can actually be better than an average golfer, breaking 90s. And if you play with someone who shoots in the 80s or below 80s in the 70s, there's simply something different that we're doing. There really is. We're not saying we're better. I'm not saying we're better. But I have come into enjoyment of routine. We got a tough shot, and he sneaks it through the smallest part.
You got lucky.
Yes, I did.
The routine is what you come back to. You'll notice right here, I'm going to get my yardages. This is lift clean in place because of all the rain that was happening. So what we do is I go in, I pick my shot, I pick where I need to go, what club. I'm going to do the same routine. I'll usually take a couple of practice swings to get the feel. I'll come back and I'll aim and I'll pick a spot where I want to be. And at that point, You become laser focused and trust and get into the feels of the swing and know where you need to go. Now, is the result always going to end up the same? No, but my routine stays the same. So if that's something that you can pull from this video, is routine. What is your pre-shot routine? And what are you going back to trust? Even though it doesn't end up the same. Having a routine as a foundation to get you back to a center is so key to breaking 80, to getting lower scores. A lot will say, well, I don't have a routine. Well, then let's work on one. There's many types, there's many things. Now, obviously, you have to consider the time frame in which you need to hit a shot. So there's consideration and etiquette, but you also don't want to get into the routine of just rushing. Oh, it's about 160 yards. It's about 120 yards. Knowing your distances will help lower your scores. Having that routine when you start to feel like you're losing it and you just cannot find a rhythm, routine is going to help you find that. Another 3-putt. At this point, I'm starting to rage, right? With my handicap at a 4-point, I think it was 6 at this time. This is very frustrating. When you know that you've touched close to par, when you know you've had consistent rounds in the mid-70s to high 70s, when you're +7 on the front 9, nothing hurts more. Just short. It's a great shot. It didn't happen. Okay, so I have to focus my efforts now to making a better shot. Now it's hard because you're already in the hole. So when you realize now you're dealing with some pressures, yeah, made a good putt. Made a good putt. Trying to get something to fall.
Oh, great putt. Sorry.
Trying to get something to fall. At least I had something. I had the ability to at least hit some solid shots. And I was like, okay, I can find my rhythm. I can find my place. My mistakes weren't large. The putting is obviously something that needed to be pulled into place. Now I'm giving myself chances for birdies when I'm hitting greens and regulations. It's okay, it didn't go in, but what it is building momentum after already, listen, a +8 on the 8th hole with where I'm at in my game is absolutely fracturing. It is a mind blank, and it is very difficult to start not spinning out. So now I'm coming to a place where I hit 2 fairways, and now, if you look at it, I've hit 2 greens. So what does that do? Fill your divots. My man, fill them divots. It's proper. Please do it. Now I'm giving myself the chance to 2-putt for par, right? I'm making myself, and I'm getting closer. It's very, very small, but I'm getting closer to trusting it, Now, I'm 8 over. Technically, on whatever course, if you are playing a par 72, right now you're at 80. So you're like, oh goodness, that's a lot of pressure. I have to make pars from here on out, where I have to make a lot of birdies. Great drive. Didn't end up exactly where I wanted, but the beauty of the 7-wood allows you to do a lot more with the ball out of rough, which is amazing. Highly recommend. But
Get out. Yes.
As we work on realizing what kind of pressure are you putting on your game, on where you're at. For others, maybe you're like, I can't even break 95, bro. Like, why are we even talking? Well, I'm here to help you make small changes, okay? Because the trajectory of your game is going to take small changes. And as I mentioned, routine, not only in your pre-shot, but your routine in your life. Being able to maximize different times that you need to practice. If you can afford, meaning with time, not with money, but if you can afford yourself at least 20 minutes a day. Okay, maybe you can't do 20 minutes a day. Maybe you can do an hour every other day. Or maybe you can do some time. Figuring out how to carve out time to practice. And it has to be intentional. And you have to be very specific about the practices that you do. So that's something that we can get into. Playing golf is not always, and I don't believe is going to help you improve at the game of golf. How you approach how you play golf will inevitably improve your game. I know that that is a fact. Now, am I saying it's all mental? No, but I'm saying a lot of it is, and a lot of it is who you are as a person. Do you know where your equilibrium is? Like, are you off balance in maybe different parts of your life? That's going to naturally carry over into being off balance on the golf course. It is. Now, here we are. Birdied, making some good shots, making good choices, putting myself in better situations, right? I'm trying, and I'm trying, and I'm trying. Why? Because I trust that what I have done in my routines, in my practices, is going to come through. Now, this is called a bump and run shot. It's back in your stance. The idea is to make it like a putting stroke, and you're just going to basically scoot the ball and let it run out. It's a really good chip shot, especially if you're learning to chip, to learn. Obviously, it catches a hill and it's gone. But the bump and run would be a more proper shot to start learning outside of chipping, because I've noticed a lot of people around the 90s use a chip shot and they want to get flop up in the air. That shot is actually more difficult to control. So I recommend learning the bump and run with your 7, your 8, or your 9 iron. Follow our videos to find out more of how to hit those shots. So here we are. I'm tied for 4th. Don't know how that is. People must be having a tough time on the golf course on the second day, because not everyone plays 2-day tournaments. But you got to come back, make some solid shots, put yourself back in the mindset as, no, I can play this game. Do you believe that? And do you expect golf to give you a good round, or do you believe that you have to earn a good round? Let's talk about that. Do you think and expect that just because you hit a ball every now and then that you're supposed to have a good round? So the amount of expectation and effort need to come hand in hand. That was a great iron play from deep. This is not a short par 3. Again, though, you're noticing that I'm starting to give myself chances here for 2 putts. I'm gaining momentum, even though the front 9 is absolute trash. In my game, I'm saying from my game, in all reality, if you're trying to shoot an 85, a 43 on the front is not going to be harmful. Like, you still have a chance. So knowing and managing your expectations for your game and for where you're at. So how can I teach you to play my game? Because if you want to be a better golfer, just play like me. Are you going to be the best golfer? No. But if you can play golf like me, I'm basically telling you, you'll probably play game of golf like me. So the similarities that you can bring into it, I recommend that you copy me. Figure out your own style. If you don't know what to do, copy my style. I mean, it's kind of plagiarism on your part, but it's cool. Okay, as we can start to see, I put the driver away. I'm realizing that that wasn't the best situation, and this is what... Nice! Growing up where I grew up and playing in a tree situation, I'm not too scared of trees, but that's a punch-out shot with a 7 iron. Now this one you could do a bump and run, which would be very difficult because everything slopes away from you on this green, so you had to have caught some spin to stop the ball. Out of the rough is a little bit more difficult, so that's something that you get to in feel, in touch, and I used a 54 degree for that one. Again, tap in par. So if you notice, my score has not really increased on this back 9. I've improved my ability to trust the game that I'm playing. Obviously not happy about that one. Over the green, pin's already tucked back. I tried to do a flop shot. I've practiced those. It's just really difficult to trust that and open the face. This is more proper as we approach the ball. I have like, this is the only shot. And that was appropriately executed. Missed that shot, but I did make a bogey. And here we are coming down to 18. Golf will teach you not to give up. In your career, in your love life, in who you want to be and uncovering more of who you want to be, realizing that you can pursue things outside of yourself. You can pursue things that are bigger than you. You can start new things at an older age. You can start new things no matter where you're at if you choose to just start. Golf is a great conduit for that. Great little bump and run. Wish it would have gone in. But we're here to help you and show you that we're regular people and we have beautiful lives, and we want to share more of what it is that we've done so that we can give you hope or encouragement or excitement or just give you some entertainment to be you.
Well, thanks for being my caddy. She really is a great caddy.
Finished fourth. Not far off from our goal, which is
Not
third.
far from the goal, but yeah, sometimes, you know, the struggle, front nine, sometimes you really have to figure out what it is that you're doing wrong, and you just have to not give up and find something to lean on. And yesterday it was short game. Today it was putting myself in the fairway and just trying to grind it out. So that's what you can learn from golf and learn about yourself. And we hope you stick around, and we'll talk more about the mental game and who we are and what we're trying to figure out.
Thanks for watching.
Yep. Thanks for watching.